Alright, so I won the tournament this year.
Boom.
My name's Aidan.
Insane.
Back to back.
Join the club of back-to-back champs. This is a really good tournament. I went undefeated the whole way, so I went 9-0 in Swiss and then went out top cut. So I didn't drop a match, so I guess that means I built my deck pretty well. Maybe. Shout outs to these dice. I didn't roll lower than a 6 all day, and that was in top 4. My rolls probably averaged about a 9 or 10. I'm pretty sure I won probably 9 out of 11 die rolls today. So shout outs to these dice. Shout outs to all the time I sacked people with Allure, Dark, Call by the Grave. 3-card combo. It's pretty good if you draw that combo actually. But yeah, I played Thunder Dragon Chaos. So
How many cards?
45 cards in the main.
Okay.
Because this deck you can kind of afford to go over 40 because your hand, you don't really have like 1-card combos. Your whole hands can like combo. So you just want to see a good combination of cards. So yeah, so that's the deck. Here it is. I played the 1-card Curious Engine. So these search each other and then you search this one. Curious is a pretty good card, especially when you can make it off of a normal summon. So that's what this is for. Basically off of Curious. I'll talk about Curious when I get to the extra deck. But yeah, that's what these are for. 1-card Curious, 1.5 card Curious, you discard a card. But usually you want stuff engraved anyway, so that's pretty good. Best part of the deck is the Thunder Engine. You play 3 of all the good ones. 2 Matrix, 1 Hawk, and 1 Duo. These are kind of self-explanatory. They're the best ones. It's a Thunder deck. You play them at 3. These are especially good because, like I said, Allure. You draw Allure plus any of these, and it's pretty good combo. These are just for Titan. I like these because of Titan, but at the same time, if you draw these, it kind of sucks. And you have to play 2 because you want to be able to search one off the other. But you kind of are forced to play these, like I said, because of Titan. But I don't really like this card. Hawk at 1 is fine because you only ever want to search this off of Dark. And Colossus is banned, so this card loses a lot of value. And then Duo is kind of like the hybrid between the Thunder and the Chaos cards. Sometimes you need to search Chaos monster to sometimes you need to search a Chaos monster off of like Dark or something, so that's what Duo kind of fills, and it's a level 8, which is relevant. So that's the Thunder Engine, best part of the deck by far. You just get a ton of advantage off of these, and even with Colossus banned, they're crazy cards on their own. Best card of the deck. I'm really sad I sold my other 2 ultis, but I'll just cover them up. But I played 3 Levianeer. This card's insane. I drew multiples of it a lot, and it didn't matter because, yeah, this card's just nuts. The way I built the deck, I only made 1 hand trap because my thought was going second, your engine can just kind of like give you advantage and like win you a lot of games. I also wasn't scared of that many like really big combo decks other than like Jacob's, so I didn't really think I needed hand traps versus a lot of decks. And a big reason why is Levianeer. You can just like pitch cards and like summon cards and like make nightmares and like bait stuff, and then like, oh, I'll end by summoning Levianeer and pop your last 2 cards. Oh, and then I'll make Anaconda and summon Titan, and at that point your board's outed. So yeah, this card's insane. Not really much else to say. For other Chaos monsters, I just played the Baby Dragons, Valkyrie, and Chaos Creator. In a more combo heavy build, you might play more of these, especially Chaos Creator, but I kind of built this deck as more like Titan control. So Thunder, Chaos Creator, you only really search off of Fusion, like turn 3, as like a follow-up play. And then Valkyrie is just there as another light target to search off of Chaos Space, because this is your only other light target, and sometimes you draw this and you need to search a light. So that's why this is here. And it's just a good extender. So those cards are good. And then I play 1 Safer too. This is what you send off of Curious if you already have access to your Thunder Engine. And it's good. Adds back Levy. And then only hand trap I played was Gamma, just because of the synergy with like Chaos Space, the Spirit Gates card, Allure, Gold Sark, all that stuff. Cited it out a lot. I don't think I ever resolved it, but in theory, it's good for that reason. And then the last monster I played was Arch Nemesis Eschatos. I don't know if that's how you say it.
I said it.
It's Shadows.
It's Shadows, whatever it is, and then 3 Melody to search it. This searches Levianeer too, but mainly to search this. Turns out, in a known format, a card that says you can't special summon one type for the rest of the turn, until the next turn, is pretty good. So I'm glad I built my deck around this card. It's like a really just free win condition. Just banish 3 different types to summon it. So yeah, pretty good. And I'll show a card in the extra deck that made it better. Spells are self-explanatory. 3 Allure, 3 Chaos Space, the broken 1-ofs. Drew this card way too often. Feel kind of bad for it. Sacked a lot of people with Call by the Grave. So yeah, 45 cards in the main. Pretty basic. Extra deck, Link Kuriboh, Anima for the 1-card Curious combo. Anima came up a couple times to like steal monsters and bait stuff, which is it's pretty good. Striker Dragon just to link off the baby dragons. Then Link 2s, I played Masquerena, Reproducus, Anaconda. Masquerena is a part of your end board if you open like a lot of extenders, and also sometimes you need like a generic dark Link 2 to make it Curious. So that's what that's for. Anaconda is Anaconda. The card is insane. And then Repro is how I made Eschatos any type. You just make this, make Eschatos under it, declare whatever type of deck you're facing, declare the type, win the game. Pretty good. I played a big Nightmare Engine because, like I said, this deck can just like summon monsters and like clear boards without hand traps. So that's what these are for. I went into all of these at least once. They're all good. And then Curious, this card's nuts. The 1-card engine, or 1-card Curious engine, just does a lot. And this sends your Thunder engine. It can send Safer. This just gets the whole deck going. So Curious was good. Apo for end boards, self-explanatory. Boral Sword to win games, self-explanatory. I'll save that one. 1 rank 8 Harbinger. I like this one over Ding Girsu because it can negate spells, which is nice. And also it basically does the same thing as Ding Girsu when you have Apo out, which is just you can redirect attacks to it. So I thought it was good. Never summoned it. And then Titan, best card of the extra deck. Titan Pass won me like half my matches. So that card's good. And then the 15th card was Underworld Goddess. So I never summoned this, unfortunately. I really wanted to. But in theory, it's another board breaking card going second. And then going first, when you end on Mask, Anaconda, Titan, if they bait all your Titan interruptions and they have a monster out, you can like wait for them to like commit really hard to like a big monster. And then Masquerena use these 3 plus their threat and to summon this. And also, this isn't just like a vanilla once you summon it. It's a negate. It floodgates out their field and then also can negate special summon back from the graveyard, which a decent amount of decks had. So, but I never summoned it, so sad. But don't think I'd change the extra deck. I mean, you could maybe cut like this for another rank 8, but like I said, I didn't summon rank 8s. The main deck honestly does enough on its own, so extra deck was fine. Side deck, I'll try to go faster, but this Phantasme kind of explains the rest of my side deck. The theory was still the same. I don't want like low impact 1-for-1 hand traps, because not only is this a hand trap and gives you board presence, but it fixes your hand. And any of the other cards I cited were good if I drew them off Phantasme. They weren't like just 1-for-1 hand traps that were later in the combo that didn't really feel as impactful. So 3 Dark Ruler, never saw it. Twin, saw it once. It was crazy when I did. Yep. Contact C was like the spicy hand trap, mostly for like Prank Kids, Salad, and Harpies, because you can't you can't Xe with this either. And if you do it like after they Egotist, they can't make a rank 4, and then usually you win. I saw a double Contact C against Trevor, which was good because he dropleted away the first one I summoned, so it was good that I had the second one. But yeah, the reason why I went with this side deck as opposed to like Ash, Veiler, Imperm, like other cards I was citing, was because of like the Phantasme choice. So any of these cards are good if you draw them off of Phantasme, and I usually cited in Phantasme to go with any of these. So that was that. And then the last cards are just